hello to all of you beautiful souls. Peace on earth and love and light to you. I am GabrielleEther. Thank you for coming to my channel. Okay, so this is a pick a card reading for. This is a message that will be from your child, whether the child is with another family, whether the child is like I said, adopted, or whether the child has been aborted, whether the child has passed in some type of way, the child is no longer living in some type of way, if the child is even missing, just some type of way where your child or children are not with you. That's what this pick a card reading is for. Okay, so you guys, I'm going to put this out there. I am not a medium, okay, but I am a person with a gift, and when spirit tells me to do something, I have to tap into that gift, whatever it is, and then I do it, because that's just how much I have faith in my abilities and my gift. But the thing is, it's just because when excuse me. Well, really, guys, the reason why I say that is because I know that there has been several times where Spirit has told me to do something that I don't really feel like it's my cup of tea, and then I end up doing it, and then it's like successful. Because why? Because it's never me. It's always the universe speaking in me. It's your spiritual team. It's my spiritual team. Is you know, which is what I would call spirit in general. Okay. So this is it, you guys, and so I decided to use toys again. You know, whenever I'm talking about children, I like to use toys. I also like accompany them with crystals, and yes, you see that oddball over there, because my baby. So you guys, make sure you don't raise your child like I raised my child, okay? So, because she just don't like to share right now. And I was like, can I use your toys for my reading? And she had this look on her face, and then like yeah. Thanks, boo. I made a mistake and paused it. She heard me talking about her. Let me tell y'all something about my child. She is a very sweet girl, okay? Wait. Pause it? Okay. Okay. We're going to do that. Okay. So, she heard me talking about this reading, and she had a little look on her face. She got her toy, and she left with it. I wanted to find like another one of those. She had like all different colors of those, and I'll tell them where they're at. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, it's going to match. So, since she took that away from me, and then I tried to use the spoons. Since she took it away from me, I was like, I'm going to find another toy. And I was like, well, they're all kind of feminine in a way. So, I got this one. It's cool, right? And I was like, well, maybe we're talking about a peculiar child, like an oddball type of child. Anyways, I don't know. We're going to see what the cards say, okay? And what? It lights up? Cool. Put it down. Let's see. Let's show everybody. It lights up. Oh, cool. I did not know that. Okay. We're going to be talking about a pretty cool child under that one. But pick the one that you resonate with the most, okay? Don't just pick the prettiest or, you know, the toy that lights up. Pick the one that's going to resonate with you the most. We have a rhodonite. The other type toy lights up too? Yeah, I'm sure you have a lot of toys that light up. This is a rhodonite crystal. This is a lapidolite. This is an amethyst. This is a citrine. Okay, so I had to dismiss her because this video is actually very important. But you guys, like I said, she's actually a very sweet baby. She just doesn't like to share, but hey, what child doesn't? I don't know. But anyway, so this is the thing, you guys. I wanted to really explain the fact that I'm not a medium, okay? I just know how to hear And that's what I do mostly. I tell you guys all the time, I'm clear out of it and I hear, okay? So whoever comes in, this is going to be a message from them. Oh, and I want to tell you guys how I got this idea. Like, my baby kept seeing different energies, and I just could tell that the energies were not evil, and they were all smaller. And I was like, I thought about it then, like, oh my gosh, please don't give me a message for nobody, because like I don't do this. But so many times, like, and then the thing, you guys, I've had personal readings here lately, and a lot of them have to do with this subject. So that's another reason why Spirit is like, okay, you need to just make a message for like whoever's going to be drawn to this. You need to make a video for this. And I was just sitting here thinking about it again. Yeah, again, and like basically it just kept coming to me, and I kept feeling this tug. So some of you guys' children are just like very anxious, and they are willing and they are ready to talk to you, okay? So my daughter was saying like she saw like a little girl, like a little black girl in a yellow dress. I don't know if that resonates with any of you. She also said she saw a little girl with a queen outfit on. So maybe the child likes to dress up. Actually, I don't know if that's a little girl or not. I just assumed because she said they had on a queen outfit. It could just be a child that likes to play dress up, okay? So, are you guys ready? Have you been led to your toy or your crystal? Let's go. And I'm going to go to, let's see how I'm going to do this time. I'm going to go to this one right here, the one that I'm just led to go to this one. So let's see what your message is saying. So those of you who relate to this one, I do believe that this is a little girl that we're talking about. Could be a boy also, maybe a little boy that people would say kind of acted like a little girl, or maybe it's not that they acted like a little girl, maybe just the little boy was just so handsome. People confused him with a little girl, sometimes. Or probably I'm just talking about, in general. We're going to see what messages come through. This is just what I'm hearing right now for some of you, okay? So continue to listen, because I don't know what message is going to come through, okay? I'm going to most likely be talking to a couple of different kids, okay? So, and I just hear one child say, "This is a little girl that I'm hearing right now," and I guess it's because they're little, but still, this little girl's voice is very squeaky, very, very squeaky, okay? And the little girl is just saying like she just sees you, and I guess she's talking to her mother, and she wants you to tell her father this also. She sees you. This is a child that you lost some type of way, okay? And I don't know if it was in Okay, I'm talking to so many of you, so you guys just kind of resonate with the message, okay? This may be an aborted child. This may be a child that has been miscarried, but I think for the most part, this is a child that you lost in some type of way, and maybe some type of tragic way, or just the fact that you feel like it's tragic for you, and the child is just saying that they don't like the fact that you always have them on your mind. You feel like you have to celebrate this child, and you have to keep this child in your remembrance, and that you have to, like, you're feeling like you're not doing them justice if you don't keep them alive in some type of way. And the child does not like to see you like that. The child wants to see you actually move on. And some of you are even afraid to have other children, but there are other children in your future, and they say that they see that other child, they're playing with that other child. Their other child wants to come to you. This is for some of you. It's a child that's in the astrals right now. They are playing with that child. That is their brother and their sister. And I think the other child will be a boy that's going to come along. And this child, they're playing with that child because that is their brother and their sister. And that child is ready to come to you, but that child cannot come to you right now until you release them, and they don't like that. Now, keep in mind, there's nothing wrong with keeping the memory of your child alive. Sometimes we hold on to that so hard that it's hard for us to allow anything else to come in, any other kind of love. It could be from a man or a woman. It could be from a cousin or a aunt. Sometimes we just hold on to like the loss of a child. And I mean, the thing is, you guys, I can't judge that. Who can judge that? The loss of a child. So, but the thing is, you have to find a way to get past that. And your daughter, I just feel like this is a girl, if you don't know, is actually saying she wants you to move past that because she follows you all the time, and she's actually one of your helpers now. And the child, if this happened for a long time ago, this child has now grown up, and this child is actually one of your helpers. She's actually one of your spiritual guides. She's a part of your spiritual team. And this child is saying that she does not like to see you always mourning over her, okay? And if this is not a girl and this is a boy, then the child is saying they do not like to see you continually to mourn over them, because there is so much that's trying to come into your life. And it doesn't necessarily have to be another child, but something that has to do with love trying to come into your life, and it cannot come into your life because you are really mourning, or you are still grieving over the loss of this child, okay? And they're saying they do not like to see you like that. It's like you just keep yourself by yourself so much. You keep yourself hidden away so much. Some of you guys have so much love around you, and these people have no idea how much you are hurting inside, and how dark and how lonely you feel inside, okay? Excuse me, they have no idea. And sometimes you may try to express this to some of your loved ones, and that they may not understand. But sometimes some of you guys don't, even if they don't understand, it would do you some good to kind of let it out. But if you know now this person's just going to be negative, of course, then the best way you handle that excuse me, you guys, I'm just coughing. I'm starting to realize the reason why I start to cough and stuff like that while I'm doing this reading, while I'm doing readings and stuff, and I'll tell you guys that later. But it definitely has something to do with the messages that are coming in, okay? So kind of excuse this coughing that I'm doing. I had to learn why that was happening, okay? Because it wasn't happening any other time until I pressed play. But anyway, so you guys kind of look over that, okay? So it's not really about getting over the loss of the child. It's just really moving past the grief of the child, moving past the sadness of the child. It's like you feel like if I'm not sad about this, then I'm doing my child a disservice. You feel like, but the child is saying that no, you're doing them a disservice by staying sad. They don't like to see their mother sad, and they still think of you as their mother. They don't like to see you sad. They want to see you happy. They want you to celebrate their memory, but be happy while doing it. That's all I'm hearing for right now. I'm trying to see if there are any other messages that are coming through. This is, for the most part, those of you who have lost the child in some type, like the child died in some type of way, some type of accident, the child died, something like that. It could be other reasons. But this is what I'm hearing, okay? That is all for you who was drawn to this. Another message for those of you who are drawn to this one. If you want to know if how your child is doing, they are doing great. They're having fun. They have a lot of fun where they are at. This child doesn't even wish to come back down to the earth, okay? So you might want them with you. They don't want to be with you. They don't want to be here on earth. They are with you. If you're not familiar with this, you can actually speak to them or speak to your loved ones that have passed if you're interested in doing that. But you have to move on past the sadness and actually, embrace the beautiful, no, wonderful, lovely things that are about to come into your life, okay? And just kind of move past this sadness that they want you to move past, okay? But the child is saying that they are doing great where they are at, okay? And the child is saying they don't blame you for anything. Sometimes we say, if this wouldn't happen or if I wouldn't have did that, this child would have been still here. But where is here? On this earth? You know, they're doing so much better in the astrals, is what I call it, in the heavens. They're doing so much better there. And that's what you want for your child, right? Because you love them, right? And that's what they're saying. They're doing so good. They're doing great. They don't blame you for anything. They love you, okay? They still love you, and they still look at you as their parent. That's all. For those of you who were drawn to this right here, I am immediately picking up boy, okay? Maybe some of you guys are here because of a boy. I feel like this is a not little baby. Either some type of a boy that is older in some type of way, you know. This may be the fact that, okay, when a child passes when they're little and they continue to, maybe something happened, you know, years ago, they continue to grow up, but maybe this is definitely like a older male grown man energy. But I'm also picking up just not a little baby, okay? Just not a little baby is what I'm picking up, okay? So maybe this is something that happened when they were a baby and now they're an adult, or maybe this is an adult that passes some type of way. And this energy needs to move on. Because sometimes when we die in such a way that we weren't ready for. This energy needs to move on. You have to be the person to talk to this energy. I feel like that you are not, I feel like you are more prepared to talk to this energy. I think that you have been wondering, how is this energy doing? Not energy, I don't want to say energy, I have to say energy, you know, based on what I'm feeling. But you have been, but I can't say, you know, when you have been thinking about your child, you have to, it's crazy. You guys, I'm so sorry because I'm trying to tell you guys this message, and then I get a text message that's almost saying exactly what I'm feeling right now. So, I get it. I just got it. It just popped up on my screen. And you're more prepared to talk to your loved one that passed more than me. And maybe some of you guys are, maybe this is not your child. Maybe you're here for a loved one because their child passed away. And this energy, this person's energy that I'm feeling right now, they're not taking this passing too well. They are hurt about that. They're in shock. They're not leaving this earth like they should. They just feel like, oh my gosh, I woke up one day and I am no longer, and I could not, access my body anymore. And whatever happened to this specific situation, talk to them and say, you know what, this happened, for this situation. Maybe you guys don't really know what happened. And maybe talking to the person will let them know that and tell them that it's okay to leave and to go into the astrals, because when you go there, then you're going to be able to, this person might reincarnate, okay? Maybe someone is pregnant now, I don't know, or maybe you will find out somebody is pregnant soon, or you'll be pregnant soon, and the child's going to come out being just like this person, because this person's life is very incomplete in some type of way. So this person needs to go to the astrals, and they need to either reincarnate, or either they need to, but you have to tell them that. They hear me now. You tell them, though, that they need to find some kind of peace with why they're not there anymore. They're not accepting that they need to go on and that they need to leave, because they cannot, the earth is not doing that many justice when they go to the astrals, they might can be a part of your spiritual team. They could be a part of your spiritual team, so one of your family's spiritual team. They could be one of your spiritual guides. They might choose to do that. I feel like this energy that I'm feeling now will be leaning more towards that. And I think that I'm just saying what I'm hearing. I honestly don't really know. I know that I've heard that people could choose to reincarnate. And I didn't know that they could choose to be a part of your spiritual team. I just kind of felt like that they just do. But this is what I'm feeling now. Okay. Definitely, though, the energy that I'm feeling now can definitely become a part of your spiritual team. And I feel like that's what they will want to do if they understand why they pass more, or if they can kind of get more of a, excuse me, you guys, like I said in the other cards, I'm just not understanding why I cough so much when these videos come on, because I have sinuses and stuff, but when I start coughing in the video, it's a totally different cough, and I'm just not understanding that. It does have something to do with the messages that are coming through, okay? I'll explain it in another video, but just bear with me, okay? So, you need to talk to them. Whoever this is, you need to talk to them. They don't. I know that they don't look at anything as it being anybody else's fault but theirs. You know, I know that they take responsibility if it's some kind of accident that happened. I know that they take responsibility for the accident. They know that it's nobody else's fault but theirs. They don't blame anybody else or anything like that. Some type of way they're just not accepting this, and the energy that I'm feeling for them is just very sad. You know. I think it's just one of those things where someone said if you don't get your act together, something might happen to you, and something did happen to them. But for some reason, they're not accepting the reason why they have passed. But you are the one that can tell them that, okay? Whoever is watching this video, so they can go on and actually be a part of your team, and they can actually help you and help other people in the family just go through life. I don't know. The person might reincarnate also. I don't know. I guess that choice will be up to them. It's just what I'm feeling. That's one message for one person. I'm also feeling maybe I am feeling like an older woman also, who is a part of someone's spiritual team. And you're wondering, I think it is, oh my gosh, no, I'm only talking to children, like kids I'm talking to people's children, like, you know, like, okay, you guys, I'm pausing for a reason, okay? Okay. Just for this time, for this message. If I'm talking to someone's sister, like an older woman, they want to let you know that they are a part of your spiritual team, okay? They're with you all the time. Now, as for your child goes, new vision. Okay, you guys, I had to see what this one was saying. This is a child that really like to have fun, and they're actually saying they're still having fun. And if you're wondering how they're doing great. They're just saying they're still having fun. I feel like this is your child. This is your little girl. I think when they're riding around in the astrals, you know, you guys, from what I've heard, like animals and things are different from ours. And I feel like this is what they do all the time. Probably ride around on something that looks just like that, or just some different type of something, and they're having so much fun where they at. And I think some of you guys just want to know how they are doing, and they say they are doing fine. I need to pull some more cards for this one though. Okay, you guys, I feel like this is an aborted child. This is a child that was aborted, and this is a little girl, okay, that was aborted, maybe twins in some type of way. You didn't know when you had that abortion that twins were there, and maybe it was twins that were aborted. They probably weren't going to be identical though. I heard one time where they said that if it is twins, that they would definitely know, but maybe you didn't know some type of way, and they were twins, and I think that will resonate with some of you guys. Because I've had an abortion before. I had an abortion a while back, and this is something that I've actually released. I wasn't led to any card at all, because I've released this situation a long time ago. Spirit just told me to do this message, but definitely, the child wants to come back in. The child likes the way that you are with their other kids, and they actually want to come back in. Wow. They want to come back in. They're trying to come back in. You won't let them. You're kind of scared of having children again, some type of way. You're afraid. This child might not even come back as a girl. It might come back as a boy, depending on what you need. I was saying that I wasn't even paying attention to this. This is definitely a card where I say when someone needs to let go of something, and I feel like this was you, and you made the decision to let this child go, okay? And I feel like the child wants to come back in. You won't let them back in. So by knowing this, maybe you can let the child back in if you want to know this. This child wants to be your daughter. They want to be your son, okay? There are just some children that wants to come in for some of you guys, and this extra child, you might be worried about finances, but this extra child, this other child that wants to come in, will actually benefit you in some type of way. You just have to let this child in and allow this child to come in, okay? Don't be afraid. And even though you aborted this child, the child kind of feels like they're not mad at you. They just kind of feel like it's not any of their business, why it's not their concern why this happened. But for some reason, this child watches you. They're with you all the time. They walk beside you as if this is your own child, okay? If you turn around, if you feel a presence, and you turn around, you feel like you see something. Or, you guys, this happens to me a lot. You kind of feel like, you feel like it's a child presence around you. You feel like, your other children are there. You turn around, nothing is there. You kind of feel like you hear another child. That's this child. Whether it was a boy or whether it was a girl that's aborted, this child is with you as if this was, as if this never happened. And this child loves you. And they say they love to see you around other children. They love that. So they actually want to come back in if you'll let them, okay? I'm like, what? What a message. Guys, I didn't know this stuff was going to come out, okay? But that is what I'm hearing for this one. I'm trying to see if I cannot pick these up off the floor. I'm trying to see if there are any more messages that are going to come through. Excuse me, guys. Okay, you guys, I don't hear anything else for this one. That is all for those of you who relate to that blue spoon or that rhodonite right there. Those of you who relate to this pink spoon or that amethyst, okay, we are talking about a boy. We're talking about boys and we're talking about girls here, okay? I do see one little boy that I love this card because I think it's so beautiful, and this little boy was so beautiful. Maybe you got compliments on this little boy or not, and some of you, I feel like you wonder what would this child look like. I'm thinking this is more of a miscarriage situation. You wonder what would this child have grown up to look like. You wonder what would this child have been like. You wonder, and the personality that I'm feeling right now, this child is like a little this child is introverted, you guys. They do have the same personalities now where they are at now as they would then, even though sometimes they grow up, okay? This little boy, maybe 8, 9 years old now, maybe, maybe older, maybe younger. This is just one energy that I'm picking up. But some of you guys want to know, like, you wonder what this child would have looked like, and it might even hurt you to know how beautiful this child would have been. This is very, very beautiful child, very beautiful little boy, okay? And I don't want to make anyone even more sad, but just think about, just think about, it's better than saying that. It's like some of you just wanted to know, like, what would the child, excuse me, have looked like. So it's better than saying, like, oh, this child was not cute at all. This was like a little ugly little child. I'm just saying, it's better than saying that, but it probably will hurt you just to know how beautiful the child is. But hey, isn't it better to say that than to say the child was probably just not cute? So I'm trying to like make the situation as light as I can. So, like I've been saying on all the rest of the cards, you guys, I'm just not figuring out why I start to cough on these readings. So, excuse me, I thought it was my sinuses, which it is. It is, but it's a totally different type of cough when I get on these readings. It's a different type of cough. So, maybe I'll explain it in a different video. So, kind of have patience with me, okay? And I think some of you guys are just so traumatized about this situation. I'm looking at this card now. You're so traumatized about this situation because it was a miscarriage. It was a miscarriage. And some type of way you feel like maybe I could have taken care of myself. Maybe I shouldn't have done this. If I would have done this, the child would have been here. If I wouldn't have did that, the child would not have been here. And at the end of the day, this child is doing well where it's at now. Don't continue to let those memories haunt you. And truth be told, sometimes our actions do, will manifest really. Sometimes we do things, and we might, if we're pregnant and the doctor tells us to take care of ourselves and we just don't, and then that ends up equaling to the child not making it, then you know what, it happened. Don't beat yourself up for it. That would just say that you're just a perfect human being, but you're not. It's no different than the doctor saying, if you're going to do this, then you're going to keep this up, you're going to have a heart attack one day, you're going to have a stroke one day, and we still do it. And it's like, some of us, the doctor has never told us anything like that, but we know we can't keep eating those things or something is going to happen to us, okay? So, don't beat yourself up for something that all of us do every single day. You're human. Don't continue to beat yourself up for that, okay? So your child is around you. Your child is actually telling you, don't continue to beat yourself up for that, okay? So definitely, if you want another child is willing to come through. The message for you here, though, is that I think some of you guys kind of just want to know what the child looks like. I do just see a beautiful boy. Okay, this could be a girl too. I'm just picking up more of a boy energy, and I do see kind of very similar to this, lighter complected in some type of way. So if you are a Caucasian person, this child probably would have grown up to be just lighter, more of a paler look. And if you are any other type of darker race, whether you are a black person or any other darker race, this child would have been kind of lighter in skin complexion, okay, kind of lighter hair, and maybe some of you guys actually saw the child, so, yeah, I feel like some of you guys kind of gave birth to this child, and the child looked like this stillborn. The child is alive now. The child is having a great time. Any messages that I'm hearing, you guys, your children never want you to grieve them. They want you to be happy and celebrate them in a positive light, Like I've said in other cards before, don't feel like you're doing them a disservice by, by just moving on with your life, because the child is actually with you. They actually walk by you. They actually become a part of your spiritual team. And I do feel like for this particular energy, this is a child that probably was just not, I mean, maybe your next child, but I'm thinking this child's life was probably, okay, let me say this. This child definitely could have came all the way through. Something did stop this child from coming all the way through. And for some of you, and I think the majority of you, this child's life was supposed to meant to be short. You were supposed to be pregnant with this child for a while and be, a mother for a while. Even if you were a father just for a while. This experience was supposed to teach you whatever it was supposed to teach you, and then it was supposed to end. So now this child has become a part of your spiritual team. I don't think this particular child even wants to come back, okay? So this child has become a part of your spiritual team now, and they're going to help you out. So it's like, I hear some of you guys telling the child a lot that you miss them. And they say they miss you too. And you know why they say that? Because they enjoyed being your child. They saw how you had the heart. Maybe you made bad decisions, but they saw how you had the heart to take care of them, and that's what they appreciate. They miss being there, even if they was in the womb only for a short time. They say they miss you too, and they're with you, and they still look at you as their parent, and they still love you, okay? So that's all for this one. Those of you who were drawn to the toy that lights up some type of way. Oh, there it goes. Or the citrine hair. Excuse me, everyone. Seems like I'm going to be saying this in every card, because this is the last card. Like, I'm telling everyone to excuse me when it comes to me coughing, because I'm just not figuring out why I cough in all of my videos. And I thought it was my sinuses. It is in a way, but just please have patience with me, and if I'm going to continue to cough, because it's definitely a different type of cough every time I cut on the videos and I start coughing. So definitely I'm seeing boys and girls on this one, and I think I feel a lot of feminine energy, a feisty type of child. Probably would this child have been a Scorpio or is a Scorpio? I don't know. I just heard Scorpio. Feisty type of child, okay? Older type of child, some type of way, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, something like that. It's just what I'm picking up. Again, just listen to the message, because it can be all type of ways. I think this was an accident. This child is also just not with you in some type of way. Some type of way this child is not with you, okay? It's not that this child is past. This child is just not with you right now. Okay. Feisty type of child. Very smart child. I'm seeing a little girl here. This is a girl. This is a boy energy, okay? But even with this, I'm still picking up female energy. But feisty type of child that likes to get their way, child that's probably wasn't the easiest child to deal with, but a very loving child, very beautiful child, very smart child. And this child is not with you in some type of way. And if this child would talk to you, this child is doing well, but this child would tell you some type of a message. That child is probably better off where the child is at. When I'm talking about this little girl, whether they are past or wherever they are at. And Okay, you guys, I'm only picking up the energy from this card, okay? Maybe a spiritual team is just talking. I just don't feel like this is a deceased child. And I feel like wherever this child is at, this child is good where they're at. There's no need for you to worry about the child. They're doing good. You're gonna kind of worry about the child because the child is the way they are. They're kind of feisty, and they're just kind of they're very independent. Probably kind of bossy a little bit, but hey, that's actually good qualities of this child. That just means that they're just going to be a leader when they grow up. Okay, so you're probably worried about them wherever they are at, but they are doing good. I mean, there's somebody to worry about because they do a lot. It's reminding me of my sister's energy. She's somebody to worry about. It's like, because she do stuff, but she takes care of herself. This is what this child is they're doing. They're taking care of their self. They're very independent. This is a wise child. They're going to eat when they're supposed to eat. They're going to take a bath, when they're supposed to take a bath. They're going to make the grades that they need to make. They're going to do what they need to do. These children are going to do what they need to do, okay? It's just the way that they go about doing it just might not be the way that you would want them to go about doing it, just because this child is just a very just wild type of energy. But the energy feels very positive now. Feels very positive. Again, I feel abort energy almost the same, except for this boy feels lost in some type of way, okay? Some like lost and ready to come back home, this boy energy. And I don't know if this is a missing child. This is a missing child. I don't feel like this is this for this whole deck. I don't feel any energy of a child that has passed. I feel like children that are still alive. This is a missing child. This is a child is missing in some type of way. This child feels like they are missing. Okay, they don't feel like they are at home. I don't know if this is actually a case of a child that is missing, or if this is just the way that this child is feeling. This child wants to come back home. This is a boy energy, can be female too, but I'm really picking up boy energy. The child feels lost. The child wants to come back home. This child is looking. The child is missing. The child is somewhere. The energy feels dark where the child is at. I don't think the child is in harm. The child is lost. This is sad. And the child is looking to come back home in some type of way. And I don't know what you can do. Maybe you need a personal reading from me, and I can see if I can dig deeper. I thought about this before I did it, and I wasn't really thinking that I was going to pick up on a child that was missing. I just see something about maybe rocks. I don't know if the child wandered off into some type of woods or wooded area, or they just feel like they're in dark places. Maybe the child likes rocks or something like that, because I'm picking up something about rocks. Maybe they are around rocks, some type of way, rocks and water, or maybe they just like to go around rocks and water. If you can talk to your child and wherever they are at, and ask them why they feel like this, then all they really want is you. And if you can visit them more often, then that would be great. Just give the child confirmation that you're doing what you can to be around them more. And I guess maybe you just can't be around them as much as you would like. Maybe that's just why this child's feeling like this. Just give them confirmation that you will be around them more, and then the energy will change, as long as they know that if you can, excuse me guys, if you can be around them more, then that energy will definitely change. And I'm really hoping I'm not talking about a child that's actually gone, like really missing, because I wouldn't know what to do about that. I mean, Uh, I definitely, because this is not my line of work, I definitely try to tap into the energy as much as I can. I have been studying this lately though, so maybe that's why this energy is with me right now. And I just really feel like purple, something about purple. If this child is missing, um, and you need help finding the child, definitely it's something about purple. I don't know if they like purple or something like that. Any message that this child has to give you is like they just want to come home some type of way. And if you can just reassure them that you can bring them home as soon as you can, then hey, they'll be great. If this child really is missing, then and you're looking for this child, then just I would just assume, maybe I remember one time when me and my sister tried to run away. And maybe you don't really have too much of fear about this situation. Maybe you just really just saying, well, I don't know where the child ran off to. I'm sure they're going to come back. Maybe something like that, like my mother did me and my sister. Like, she was concerned about us and wanted to know why we ran off. But, she wasn't tripping. She knew we was going to come right back. So maybe it's just like a situation like that. Because I would really hate to hear that this child is really missing for real, for real. And if they are, then contact me. I would definitely take this seriously, and I will see what I hear about this situation. Because me and my sister, we ran off to the woods somewhere, and we probably stayed out there like an hour until we realized we couldn't we couldn't take care of ourselves, and we came back. So, after a while, we started missing our mama too. And I don't know how this child got there. If this is something like that, then it would be kind of personal, and like spirit wouldn't tell me that. So email me if it's a situation like that, and I'll definitely take it some more seriously and see if I can help you. Because right now, I do just feel the energy that a child is just feeling like that they miss their parents and they want to come home. And I think for some of you guys, it's just as simple as just reassuring them that you can be there with them as much as possible, okay? So, if you can, yeah. So, and I think that is all for those of you who relate to this one right here. So, that is all, you guys. And let me know down in the comment section if any of this resonated with you or not. I definitely, if you want a personal reading with me, email me. If you just have questions, you can email me. You don't have to comment when it comes to something like this. And that is all, you guys. Continue to come and grow with me and subscribe. Bye.